Hello! So as you saw by the thumbnail and the title of my video, I'm going to be looking at another TARDIS which I've built, the most recent one from Jamie Bates, JB Laser, which is the TARDIS from the Colin Baker era, or the Tom Yardley-Jones Mark II prop. I mainly focused on season 22 when looking at the reference images of this box. So, like the start of all my other boxes so far, it started off flat packed. I wanted to do something a little different rather than just take photos of my progress through making this TARDIS. So as you can see, I've got reference photos behind me. There's a brilliant resource, which is the TARDIS Builders website. So I'm going through all the details, basically all the little bits and pieces that you sort of need to know when making this one. This is the back, which I've just glued together. So yeah, that's it. I'm currently just gluing all the pieces together, putting the corner posts in, the cocktail sticks, and then we're going to go from there. When it came to sticking everything together, we came to the doors, which were slightly different to all the other boxes. The design had slightly changed. I've come across something a little different with this TARDIS model, which I haven't seen before, so this must be a new feature. This one has come with these little poles on the side. Now, I was originally thinking, how was I going to put the hinges in if this pole was in place? But now looking at it a bit closer, I'm sort of thinking, is this here because you don't have to use the hinges? Does this act as a hinge itself, so the door will open on this rod? So after just a couple of seconds of wiggling this around, it does appear to sort of swivel. However, I'm just a bit worried that that tiny little bit on the end there, that's going to snap. That's going to snap off, and then, well, then we're going to be in a load of trouble. So maybe I'll chop that bit off, glue it in there so there's no hole at the bottom, and then just do the plan with the hinges. The hinges are so easy with the opening and closing of the doors. I might just do it that way, as obviously that's what I've done before and it's worked. But I'll have to have a think about it, and then try and find a way to put this together without it breaking or something. So after obviously sanding and gluing and chopping, I fitted the doors in with the usual little doll's house hinges which I use. It turned out okay. I think this is a mistake I made myself. The sanding on the top was uneven. So this door opens and closes without a problem. Unfortunately, the main door that is supposed to open on this TARDIS prop does get a bit stuck. The hinges tend to sort of rip off the door or the wall every time I try and open the door. So it's quite fragile. So most of the time this box will be displayed with both doors closed. But as you can see from the pre-recorded footage that I have taken, both doors do open with a little difficulty. After I stuck all the bits together, it came to the little finer details. The website TARDIS Builders is an incredible resource, and it has quite a lot of reference images and people studying this box in particular, especially all the little scrapes and dents that are seen throughout different stories and different seasons. So as we can see on the right hand side of the box, there are a few subtle little sort of dinks. There's a little scratch at the top just above the window, and then we have like a little sort of bit taken off the panel, the first panel on the right, just at the back. But I guess having sort of different dinks and different things for different sides, it makes this prop unique, because in every angle each side is different from one another. We then started painting. Now the colour I chose was sort of a mixture of a light, sort of quite bright blue, also a sort of darker, more subtle blue. And this is because if you look at images from Attack of the Cybermen, where the TARDIS is in direct sunlight, the box sort of matches the door signs. So once it goes into the studio, and obviously the following stories, it gets a lot darker. I'm sure the box is a repaint. So that's what I did here. And as you can see from some of the images and a few of the videos that I've taken, this box is seen lighter in some images and darker in the others. So I've done 3 coats of that, as well as sculpting on the lock and the door handles, and the little lump which is on top of the lamp. So of course the painting was finished and it was time for the windows. What I did was I got the clear plastic from B&Q, cut it to size, done the smaller sort of pebbled effect for the corner, for the front, the back, the right side. That's the right side, not the back. But then the left side, what I did was all across the bottom is the pebbled glass. Now that is because if you look at Vengeance on Varos, there was a scene where the Varosians are trying to get into the TARDIS, and as you can see, all the bottom is pebbled. It all went together. The corner posts went in. I've got them on the outside and the inside and all around this box. And then painted those. It was all glued together. Then it came time for the roof. Now obviously the roof is a little bit different than before. The piece I used for the lamp, which was like a screw cap off of some vanilla pods, was getting increasingly harder to find, and I was paying stupid money to get that piece, which looked very, very good going for this scale. So what I did was just got a top with a couple of ridges in to sort of signify what this was going to be, and then stuck that top housing, the lamp housing on, and it does the job. It looks pretty good, I think. So then it came time for the signs to go in. Now I always love weathering the boxes, and sort of the more battered they look, the more I enjoy sort of going to town on them. So as I said before, the little scrapes I've done on the right hand side, I went over with sort of blacks and white dry brushes. There's a few marks as well on this side of the box, which I took from the screenshot from Attack of the Cybermen as the TARDIS lands and cyber control. So I tried to match those up and added a few little extras in just so it didn't look like they were purposely marked in. And then sort of done that all around. Some of the sort of sides of the box you can sort of see more clearly than others. Like the back example, I took a little bit of artistic license, but I've sort of made it look, hopefully, as sort of battered as sort of all the other sides. And then one of my favourite little details which I added was some very light paint. I think it was the same colour I used for my John Pertwee box. Just sort of on the top ridges here and around the top of the box. Which one made the rest of it look a lot darker, and two, you can see in sort of reference photos and screen grabs that there are sort of like little subtle, like lighter paint sort of shining through, where obviously the box I think was repainted in a rush at the end of season 21. Now this box is also different to the others because I added something which I haven't done before, which was a lamp, or a light I should say, in the lamp. Now that is activated by just a switch. It's just the battery just in there, and it turns on just like that. So there's a hole drilled in there, the light's fitted in, it's sellotaped, just a couple of wires which is then held together by just electrical tape, and then the switch is at the bottom. So you can have your TARDIS displayed with the light on as well. I don't really know what else to say about this box. It feels like it took forever to make. But that's obviously just because, you know, you're not sitting there day in, day out painting it as much as I'd love to. And when I get these boxes, all I want to do is just sit in a quiet corner and build them and finish them. But I'm very happy with the progress. I think out of all the ones I've made, so this is my, 5th one? I think this is the best one I've done so far. This is my best work. Like always, JB Laser will be linked in the description below. And I just want to say I hope you enjoyed me briefly talking about the process of this box, and sort of enjoyed the images and the sort of footage I'm taking once it's done. So thank you for watching. I'm quite busy at the moment, unfortunately, so videos have sort of stopped. I just need the time to make more and think of some more ideas, so of what I want to talk about, what I want to do. So there will be more coming at some point, hopefully soon. And I'll see you next time for whatever I'm going to do next, Doctor Who or something else related. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to subscribe for similar content. If there was a particular video or section of the video you liked, let me know by liking or commenting on the video. Your likes and comments could influence the next topic I talk about. Thanks for watching.